morning, viewers. My name is Natalia Amutana and welcome to our 5th program for Accounting Grade 9. The topic for today is the effect of credit and return transaction on the accounting equation. The lesson objectives are: 1. Explain the term accounting equation. 2. Identify and classify the two accounts in the credit and return transaction. 3. Show the effect of credit transaction on the accounting equation. And number 4, show the effect of return transaction on the accounting equation. Accounting equation show the relationship between assets, owner's equity, and liabilities accounts in the business. Let us show the effect of credit transaction on the accounting equation. The first transaction is when the business buys goods on credit. We could say the business purchased goods on credit from SPAR worth 2,000 Namibian dollars. Firstly, we need to identify the two accounts involved. The two accounts are purchasers and creditors. Secondly, we classify the accounts that we have identified, which is purchasers are expenses and creditors are liabilities. Therefore, we now know that only the owner's equity and the liabilities column will be affected. We show the effect by reasoning that when all expenses are increasing, the owner's equity decreases. Therefore, we'll have a minus sign under owner's equity. The reason will be purchases is an expense. The liabilities will increase because we owe creditors more money because we bought on credit. The reason will be creditors increase. The second credit transaction is when business is selling goods on credit. It could be the business sold goods of 700 Namibian dollars on credit to M. Mark. We need to identify the two accounts. The two accounts are sales and debtors. We classify the accounts that we identify. Sales are income and debtors are asset. Therefore, we now know that only the asset and the owner's equity column will be affected. We will show the effect by reasoning that the asset will increase because the debtors bought goods on credit, so they owe the business more money. The reason will be debtor increase. When all income are increasing, the owner's equity always increases. Therefore, we'll have a plus under owner's equity. The reason will be sales is an income. Let us show the effect of return transaction on the accounting equation. Let's say the business returned damaged goods worth 210 Namibian dollars to SPAR. We first identify the two accounts. The two accounts are purchasers returns and creditors. We classify the accounts that we identified. Purchasers returns are income and creditors are liabilities. Therefore, we now know that only the owner's equity and liabilities column will be affected. We show the effect by reasoning that when all income are increasing, the owner's equity increases. Therefore, we'll have a plus under owner's equity. The reason will be purchases returns income. The liability this time will decrease because we owe the creditors less money, because we are returning the goods bought earlier. The reasons will be creditors decreases. When the debtors are returning goods to the business, the accounting equation is also affected. Let's say M. Mark returned goods worth 100 Namibian dollars not according to the sample back to the business. The two accounts are sales returns and debtors. Sales returns are expenses and debtors are assets. Therefore, we now know that only the assets and owner's equity column will be affected. We show the effect by reasoning that the asset will decrease because the debtors are returning the goods bought, so they owe the business less money. The reason will be debtors decreases. When all the expenses are increasing, the owner's equity always decreases, therefore will have a decrease under owner's equity. The reason will be sales return expense. Let us again refresh our minds on what we have learned today. We have learned the definition of accounting equation as well as the step of the accounting equation. Before we end the lesson, here are some few questions based on what we have learned today. A. What is an accounting equation? B. What are the steps of accounting equation? Until next time, goodbye.